So late last month, three different shopping services all started doing some version of the same thing with about 6 days of each other. Render the ad or the listing straight from whatever is sitting in the product feed instead of from the merchant's own copy. Google is doing it with shopping ad descriptions. Bing is doing it with pricing on product images. ChatGPT Ads is doing it with the ad title and description themselves. So far, none of the three has confirmed it is shipping broadly. Treat this as testing and not a done deal. Start with Google. According to Search Engine Land, a paid search practitioner spotted this on July 30th before Google itself said anything. Google is testing AI-generated descriptions next to shopping and product ads, extending something it already confirmed on regular search ads earlier in July. And this is the part that matters most. Google calls it, quote, a small experiment to see if adding AI-generated context helps people make more informed decisions, end quote. But it will not say what actually feeds that feed data, page copy, some blend of the two. Nobody outside Google knows, and that silence matters more than the test itself. Now for Bing, on July 20th, Search Engine Roundtable's Barry Schwartz reported a change first spotted by a paid search practitioner named Sachin Patel. Normally, Bing shows review stars on the product image with the price sitting separately below it as plain text. In this test, the price prints directly onto the image itself in the same spot those stars used to occupy. Barry also flagged a second, apparently unrelated test showing two rows of product images under one snippet. Again, Microsoft has not commented, and this sits in Bing's free organic listings, not a paid ad. The key point is that no generative model is involved at all. Bing is just reading a price value that already exists and rendering it onto the image. Third, ChatGPT Ads. This one needs almost no inference because OpenAI says it plainly in its own help documentation in a feed-based campaign, quote, the ad title and description will be pulled directly from your own product feed, end quote. No rewrite step sits in between. If your feed's title and description are thin, the ad is thin because nothing compensates for what you did not write. Separately, on July 24th, Search Engine Land reported a platform update adding refresh product feed ad cards with pricing and star ratings, plus conversion-based bidding and geographic exclusions. That update is real, but it's not the generative rewrite story the other two are. This is where I want to slow down because coverage of all three has mostly treated them as one AI writing story, and that undersells what is actually different. Only Google's test puts a generative model between the feed and the shopper, producing text nobody explicitly wrote. Bing's price overlay and ChatGPT Ads feed pull through involve no model at all. In both cases, a feed attribute, a price or a title, gets surfaced into a spot that used to carry a separate asset or a handwritten line. The label AI rewriting your copy is accurate for exactly one of the three, Google's. Across all three, though, the feeds fields decide what a shopper sees, whether or not a model sits in the path. That correction is really the point of this video. This is the actual takeaway, and it is something you can check on your own catalog today. Once a platform layer starts rendering or rewriting an ad, performance shifts away from the phrasing itself and toward the structured attributes a renderer would need to read. Google's own product data specification ranks these. Brand is required for nearly all new products. Gtin is strongly recommended even where it is not strictly required. Google color, size, and material are required wherever they distinguish one variant from another. Put together, that is 7 columns worth counting. So brand, Gtin, MPN, Google product category or product type, color, size, and material. I've run a title and description rewrite pipeline across a catalog of several million SKUs, and the identifiers and variant attributes carried more of the weight than the adjectives did. So the honest read is this: nothing changes today, since none of the three tests has shipped broadly, but the response should start before any of them does. Treat the feed structured columns as the creative, model or no model, because that is what a renderer reads either way. The full write-up with all three sources in the 7-column checklist is on my website. Link in the comments is below. And thanks for watching. Would genuinely like to know which of your 7 columns came back weakest.